So Whitney and I love a good coffee table. We also love coffee.
But we also love puppies.
And my puppies love to chew on my coffee table. So I think I'm on my like 6th coffee table in my living room maybe. But that's what we're building today, a $100 coffee table.
We should call it the Gigi coffee table. Is she the one that's chewing on it?
It's Gigi, yeah.
It's the Gigi coffee table. Let's build it.
Let's build it. So I designed this table to have really chunky legs and pieces that she can't really get her teeth around. So this is going to hopefully be a Gigi-proof coffee table. So the first step is to plank the top, and the top and bottom are exactly the same. It's kind of like a double-decker table.
She really wants to use that phrase.
I've been talking about it all morning. These are all 2x6s that I ripped to 4.5 inches wide, and I've drilled 1.5-inch pocket holes on each end and in the sides. Except for this has
That's not the right
none.
piece.
This is not the right piece. Stand by.
Okay, so we are going to use 2.5-inch pocket hole screws to attach these boards, just like we plank a tabletop. And we also are going to use our face clamps. It's a little more challenging when we're in the dining room building, but it's too cold outside, so that's what we're doing today. So we're going to get these two boards together, make sure they're flush, and we showed you this before, actually on our last video. So I've put these together, and what that does is make it nice and flush right there. And then I'm going to use my pocket hole screws through the pocket holes, and it pulls it really tight together. It's a really great way to get the tops of your tables nice and flush. And Ashley will be so kind to link to this wonderful clamp on her post. Spider!
Definitely came from my shop.
He's not dead. Hold on.
Kill it.
Okay, done. Ash, let's get this moved so we can move on. I didn't mean to do that.
Move on. Okay, so that's done. Now we're going to move on to the legs.
Let's talk about these legs. Ashley, how did you make these?
So the legs I
beefy.
laminated together, and I used, stand by. I've got one that's drying. So I just cut, these are 2x6s that I ripped to 4.5 inches wide, and I just sandwiched them together and glued them and clamped them and let them dry overnight. Okay, so we have 4 sets of chunky 4.5-inch legs. It's the cheapest way to make a big chunky leg.
We are going to line this guy up flush with the inside of our leg, and we're going to attach this with 2.5-inch pocket hole screws and wood glue.
I'm taking a drill.
You want to tell Jeffrey what you're doing?
Jeffrey, I forgot to add pocket holes to one of these boards, so I'm going to go outside in the shop where it's freezing and drill some pocket holes.
While I put her table together.
In the heat.
That's what's going to happen.
With the heat on, I might add.
Well,
Spoiled. I spoil you.
by forgetting to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to make sure this lines up flush. I actually hope I'm doing this right because this is not my design. And then I'm going to put this leg.
Ah!
It's not bad.
Freaking A.
Did you see I set it up?
What?
Did you see I set up the foreman?
Oh, no. I just got the pocket hole jig.
Okay. Well, the foreman's ready to go if you want to
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna, after I instruct my sister on what to do in the garage, I'm going to attach my next leg.
Ugh.
And if I need to stop and wait for her to
Oh my gosh.
You all right?
No, I'm fine. I just dropped something.
Oh, I figured.
I'm sorry.
I assumed. Sounded like.
No, I just noticeable.
First one done. We get this next one in, and then we'll build the other side, which is the exact same. Well, not like that. We're not going to do it like that, actually. Okay, so I got the first side built. We'll pull the legs up and do the next one. I hear the foreman. She got it plugged in, y'all. Exciting times. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully.
We just got some sheet in there.
But I
This
think
is perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Whitney's doing a good job.
Doing a good job, I
I
think.
don't know why I'm here.
Yeah.
I should leave.
Did you finish?
Okay, so Whitney so graciously built the two side pieces, and we're gonna move them out of the way so that we can work on the plank top again. Right?
Yes. Get over here and help me.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, so this should be face up. Is this the bad one?
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
They're just both bad.
So what we're gonna do is somehow get this.
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
They'll be fine. I'm serious though.
I know. What we're gonna do is get this attached, get that attached, then we'll put it together,
Yes.
and then we'll put the other
Yes.
side legs on, and then we'll add our trim pieces last,
Yes.
and then do the top.
I'm glad I have you.
We have to think about this, think it through though, because we don't want to get stuck where the bottom's gonna be
can't hold
difficult
it.
to attach.
Yeah.
You know. So, but I don't have that in my head right now. So
I didn't get that far.
yeah, I think do it the same way. So I almost think.
I mean, worst case, we could move the table out of the way and set it up on its side because it's going to be sturdy enough to set it up on its side and access the pocket holes like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
I just want it to be like not difficult to like try to, put it together. But I think it'll
Yeah.
be fine if we do it this way. This is a great example of working through a build because sometimes you don't, like this is actually what we would do in real time, but you have to
We
do
would
it on
measure
video.
and cut as
Yes,
we went, but
yes.
yeah. So this is on the sketch. It's kind of hard to know exactly how you're going to piece everything together until you're actually in the shop doing it.
And
so.
I think anybody that's ever built would agree with
Yeah.
that, understand that, especially when you're trying to,
we're trying to figure out the best way to assemble everything.
but also tell y'all how to do it while we figure that out, even though we don't actually, here, do this side first, because it's I can shanty clamp it for you. Well, you see what I mean?
Yeah, it's fine. It really is. I'm not worried about it. See, this is what, hold on. I have an idea. Slide it off a little bit.
Oh, good. Yeah,
And then
that's
I
a great
can-
idea.
It's fine.
I'll do this.
It's fine.
Well, that's why I was laughing, because every time you said it's fine, I thought you were kidding.
No, I was serious. So I'm using my face clamp to get the boards flush on the top because these boards are a little wonky. And when I say a little, I mean a lot.
So we have the trim pieces that we just attached, and now we're going to put this to our first set of legs and get it attached here. And Ash, would you like to use wood glue on this part?
I don't think we need it.
Okay. It'll make it easier to take it apart if you
what I
run
was
into a
thinking,
problem.
actually.
If you get it home and decide,
Code red.
Code red.
Okay, so we are clamping everything. It just makes it a little bit easier. Oh, that's nice. We are turning lemons into lemonade.
I don't think we're far enough along yet to say that, though.
You have no faith. So this build is best done to measure and cut as you go, but obviously when we're doing it for a YouTube video, we kind of have to prep ahead of time to save time. So I cut these beforehand, so don't do that. It makes it hard.
Ooh, I just pinched my finger.
Oh.
That felt awesome.
I think so.
Ooh.
Watch this be like it's not gonna sit flat. So we're trying to figure out the best way to assemble this together and not put ourselves in a weird spot, making it hard to add the bottom of the coffee table. So now we've decided that we're going to add the other side of the legs. And then that way we can,
Because we don't know what else to do. So basically, we're just going to give it a shot and see.
we're just gonna see how it goes. So next step is to add the other side of the legs,
We think.
we think.
I want to blue.
Well,
no. It'll fix. Trust me.
Okay.
We did
I
all
was just
the other
making
ones.
sure it's-
Calm down.
Hey.
It's my table. What we're gonna do now is we've got our two trim pieces, and I'll set them right here, Ash.
Okay.
And we're gonna I'm gonna move it over here for just a minute since we already have the coffee table in place, and grab the planks, which we've already attached. We're gonna add those trim pieces just like we did on the top of the coffee table. So I'm gonna do a little overhang there, and then you
Diagonal.
can, yep. So now I'm just going through, and we've used some clamps to help hold everything in place, and I'm going through and adding the trim piece on this side, and then we will repeat that on the other side. There's that. So let's pull this side off the table,
Okay.
and then we can bring it down to this end and do the opposite.
I'm glad you're helping me figure out how to build my
Well,
table.
listen, it's not your, it's the design is fine. It's just that it's wonky wood. Okay, what we're doing now is we're gonna set the table up on its side and try attempting to attach that other shelf on the bottom. We feel like this is the safest and easiest way to get this done. It's just such a beast, Ashley. Okay, here, let me help you. Quit showing off. Phew! This is a shanty mallet.
Okay, so now we are attaching the bottom shelf to the bottom of the legs, and the bottom trim will be flush with the bottom of each leg. And we're using 2.5-inch pocket hole screws to attach. There we go.
Okay.
That feels good.
Yes, and then I think, let's pull this side off just a hair
Okay.
safely.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
We're all good and fine until someone gets smacked in the jaw. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh yeah.
So now y'all are actually getting to see how we handle warped wood as well as how we handle when we're not building in our shop. So now we have the top and the bottom planks on. We're adding the end top planks right there. Oh, yeah.
God is real. He saw you on that one.
Thank you, Lord. It's because Jeffrey's here.
Hold on, I can bar clip that. Here.
And we are just using the same pocket holes that I drilled and 2.5-inch pocket hole screws. Okay.
Okay, we are now going to be adding our trim pieces. These are 2x6s cut down to 4.5 inches, and we've added 2.5-inch pocket holes. And we're adding this piece last because we were concerned about it fitting, and this is the easiest way to make it all work, we believe. So these, you'll see, these are gonna attach through the pocket holes running down this trim piece and also go through these into the legs.
Get her done.
Now we need to flip it over
Okay.
and add the other two sides. I can't think, unless we wanna try to do this one right here. Go ahead and do
Which
it right
we
here.
can, and we may as well. So we are adding our final 2 trim pieces, and we are attaching them with wood glue and 2.5-inch pocket hole screws. There it goes.
Yes. Ashley, I love how cute this turned out. It's so big too.
I think it's gonna look so good in front of my long couches in my living room, and I cannot believe I only spent $100 in lumber.
Make sure to subscribe. You do not want to miss another build.
Happy building.
Come on. This is magic. You just missed it. Okay, say that's what we're going to do really quick.
That's what we're gonna do really quick. Just kidding.
That one we put there at the very beginning.
Yeah, that one.
You're right.
Yep, I know I'm right.
Whitney's right, guys.
Always. Especially when she's building rockets.
She builds the best rockets. Oh my gosh.
Maybe we should have started on the other side.
Maybe I should have not built this for YouTube. Jeffrey, how many times do we have to tell you to go sit down?
You know what? Actually,
Moral of the story is tonight I have a spot to put my beer. Add these 2 pieces.
But,
There's no reason we.
good Lord, stop it. Okay.
I left my
Somebody
soul.
celebrate that with
I left my soul with the planks.
Her soul is in the planks. A memoir.
They're bad.
No, it actually,
I think you're
just
been a lot worse.
It could-
I mean that.
There's the tagline. DIY coffee table. It could have been a lot worse.
Okay.
I'm gonna cry. I am crying. Okay.
It's gonna go great with my long couches in my living room, and I love how chunky it is. And
I know.
It was not easy to build. Actually, it's
Guys, this one was a little bit harder than we anticipated.
I think it's gonna look so. I think it's gonna look so good with my long couches and my living room, and I cannot believe that it was only $100 in lumber.
Okay, do it again one more time. I'm so sorry. I gotta do it again. I gotta
Okay.
get it out.
Okay, let's just get the clothing. I want to go home.
I'm gonna go